Okay, so I want to note a few things before I start this. I am recording this on my phone at about 2 a.m. in a cathedral like room. I don't have any way of editing this, and I literally just have one take per recording. If you're wondering why I am in this situation, that is because of two reasons. The first one I just don't want to get into, and the second one is that I'm kinda low on time and I want to hit the deadline. As sad as it might be, this is the best I can do right now. I might remaster this in the future at some point, but that isn't important really, so please let me cook, okay? Alright, so Lifesteal SMP is accepting applications, but they don't want video applications, just videos of people applying to join Lifesteal, using their videos as a way of presenting their capabilities to have a chance of joining the next season on the Lifesteal SMP. Yeah, I have no idea what they're expecting, but might as well try in the totally reasonable time frame of 20 days! But you might think to yourself, but serious, 20 days is completely reasonable to record, edit, and or produce a video from scratch! It's just the bare minimum, if that! Do you have any idea how long it can take to make a quote-unquote normal YouTube video? You need an interesting idea or event that people like you, for example, who have no prior interest in watching that content creator, want to watch in a genre that is so saturated with just that kind of content. You know, you then need to edit it then in a certain way that you would expect, but different enough to everyone else, and that is an application in just about 20 days. What the hell? Who are you? People have other things going on in their lives. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Not to mention, quote unquote, normal is so subjective that it can be basically whatever you want it to be. From just generic talk over commentary to speedrunning to even challenges with your only 3 friends. And that's just Minecraft alone. There is so much more quote unquote normal content out there. And what annoys me the most is the video you would normally post part. Most videos I post, for example, are applications because I have nothing else to make. Except for shitposts, of course, but those don't really count, do they? Most Lifesteal members take weeks or months to make their videos, and not because they're lazy or anything like that. They have families, some of them have jobs, school, uni, maybe even a life. But most importantly, they have actually interesting things to make content out of. And as I've said, it takes them months, not less than 3 weeks. Though the results are great and they deserve praise for it, I am just ranting a bit here. Now, to be fair, I just have a family, and not one I raised, to be clear. Most people trying to get into Lifesteal don't have the option of getting that content that Lifesteal wants as their quote-unquote normal videos, so most of those who need good content the more desperately won't be as convincing as those who will be inexorably be added to Lifesteal because of what I already told you. If you missed that, well, that's your problem, but I don't think I have much more to say. Now, I want to be fair, not too negative here. Lifesteal is a server with a very high quality standard, and they want to make sure everyone on the server can get along. And this is just a bunch of people playing a video game after all, at least according to Make Curious. Besides, members will be added. People like Wembu, Ratrick, and Rasplin can get their chance at content creation on Lifesteal, and that is still a good thing. And Zam seems to be a nice person without playing his character, just to name a few things in general. I'm mostly complaining about YouTube and a tweet here. It is frustrating, but not the end of the world, and I am not complaining about not being added to Lifesteal this time, far from it, or at least I'm not counting on it. I am just ranting a little and just poking fun at a Twitter account here a little bit. You might ask yourself why I made this video then, if there is little point to it, and I have very few capabilities right now. Well, I made this because I had the ability to in general, something far from granted. A lot of people who would like to be added to servers like Lifesteal will not meet the standard servers have. Most can't edit it because they don't know how to, and they don't have an expensive editing software maybe. and maybe not even a good enough PC to edit with. Some don't even have a way of playing Minecraft. They can only watch people make content knowing that they could never do as they do. They can only dream that maybe someday they could. Just maybe. To them, I'd be a coward for having a chance, but being too afraid to fail if I'd not be trying. Defeat is entitled for not even trying, for not making an effort, even though to them I have everything I need. I know I don't have to prove myself to anyone by just making this video, but that doesn't change anything. I know that my chances of being added to the Lifesteal S&P with this video are slim, closer than winning the lottery, but as unthinkably slim. But it is still a slim chance, something I do not take for granted. If you dare take chances like these for granted, if you think that just because you will probably fail, that you shouldn't even bother trying, then you might never make it in the first place. If you genuinely try to make it, you still have that chance, as slim as it might be. If you keep trying eventually, maybe, just maybe, you could make it. The statistics might work out in your favor eventually. Just don't try too hard if you can't afford to, but you'd be still trying at least. It is so much better to see a content creator trying than some large content creator make no effort to make even decent content, even though they could. And if you're a viewer by choice, not by no alternative, then you're a real help, and I couldn't do this without you. Thank you for watching, and I mean everyone who sees this to the end or not, and even if you just clicked on this by accident. I appreciate it, and I hope I never take this for granted. Take care.